Reality is not what it seems. Reality is what it seems. SEAMS. Quote, and what would thinking be if it did not constantly confront chaos? Quote end. Psychology, philosophy, asking, questing, study, research, the search. The red thread will be curiosity, openness around the edges for unplanned encounters, fragmented thoughts, raw-edged and ready to be sewn together as they appear, but nonetheless looking for it is curiosity in action. Free play territory. Space and time for free play. The wrapping puzzle without right or wrong. Definitely no wrong, but also no right. You're living infantile aliveness. You're living the source of all aliveness. Play. Neither is there a concept possessing every component, since this would be chaos pure and simple. The concept is a whole because it totalizes its components, but it is a fragmentary whole. Quote end. The pieces you are seaming together have no specific inside or outside. They can be worn both ways. They're turnable. Do they create a healthy skin ego and wrapping? Or do the pieces suffer from borderline syndrome, when exogenous stimuli and internal drives get confused? They travel far and still stay where they have been. A seam is sending forth. It's a journey, it's a line, it's an up and down, it's a vibration, it's an interweaving, it's a wave. Touch is the first sense we acquire in the womb. Touch is immediate. Touch happens without representation, it is just touching. Their materialist and posthumanist elaboration of performativity allows matter its due as an active participant in the world's becoming. There is an area, A-B, that belongs to both, A and B, where A and B become indiscernible. Quote, drawing without a frame, without finished edges, always being open to be continued, never completely finished. Quote, we constantly lose our ideas. This is why we hang on to fixed opinions so much. We ask only that our ideas are linked together according to a minimum of constant rules. Wayfaring, in short, is neither place-less nor place-bound, but place-making. The seam is in need of a thread, in need of a needle. A seam goes through cloth, goes through fabric. There's all kinds of different seams to be sewn by a sewing machine or by hand. It's a phenomenon, it's process, it's a direction to run along or across the seam. A seam is movement, it's an event. A seam takes time, and a seam is happening. It is a happening. A seam is real. What is real? What is reality? Mind map 2. Reality. This does the seam. It creates an A-B, but also keeps visible the history of A and B, when A was A and B was still B. The seam changes everything. The problem is that one might think nothing is nothing and something is something, and all is all, and A is A and B is B, and that after Z there is an end. But one often doesn't take into consideration that as the universe unfolds and we are part of destruction and reconstruction, A suddenly becomes nothing, and nothing becomes something, and all becomes be, and something becomes the end, plus 1.5. The skin. Seeing the skin as the seam between the outside and the inside. Quote, what if thoughts were as much matter of the skin as of the brain? And what if the ego, now defined as skin ego, had the structure of a wrapping? Quote end. You're here and you're taking the opportunity of getting in touch with yourself. The opportunity of touching your skin. I'm the translator of the seam language.